Welcome back to the post-game show presented by the Maroon Club. You can help out all of the student athletes at Lafayette College by supporting the Maroon Club. Remember, every gift matters every year. With the happy victors, here is Mick Mountinghoff.
Thank you very much. We're here with Ryan Willen as he winds up with 18 points, including a couple crucial three-pointers down the stretch. Ryan, this game was your typical Lafayette Holy Cross game. You guys jumped out to the lead. They came roaring back. And this time, you hold them off to advance to the Patriot League semifinal.
Yeah, they're a good, strong, physical team. They really took it to us on the boards, and we just did the best that we could to fight back. We knew it's win or go home, so we were out there giving it our all, trying to fight them for every rebound, every loose ball. And we came out on top tonight, and it feels good.
You mentioned every rebound. This was a very physical game inside. In the first half, they had a decided rebound advantage, but you took advantage of their turnovers.
Yeah, our guards do a really good job of pressing up. Sorry. And we were able to get some steals, and they were a little careless with the ball a few times, and we took advantage of it and got a little lead for halftime.
Your team 9th in the country in free throw percentage, and you were knocking them down. I think you only missed one free throw all night. And that's really what gets this team over the hump, isn't it?
It really is. In close games like that, we had to have free throws down the stretch, and we were able to hit them whenever it counted. I think we probably hit like our last 6 or 7 free throws whenever the game was on the line.
Take me down that last 4 minutes of the game, because you had to step up along with Delaney and hit some magnanimous three-pointers that really kind of kept your team above board.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the first play was. The first one was a little pick and pop. I set a back screen, and I got kind of freed up for an open three. And after that, a couple plays later, Rob came off and just kind of rose up with the guy in his face and hit a big shot. And then the last one, I was coming off a little fade that they set up to run for me, and they got a guy with the hand up, and I was just able to kind of get above him for my shot.
So you weathered the storm here at the Hart Center. First time in the last 9 games that you pick up a win. Now you're on to the semifinals of the Patriot League tournament. So what's in the back of your mind at this juncture?
We've got to win a tough game. I'm not sure who we're playing yet. I haven't heard yet. But whoever it's going to be tough and physical, and we're going to have to find a way to get a win.
Ryan Willen, thanks for taking time out and joining us tonight.
All right, thank you very much. And I also want to say thank you for all the training staff back at Lafayette. I've had kind of a tough year, and I'm very thankful for the job they've done.
Outstanding. Great job tonight. Also, Fran O'Hanlon's going to join us as well. And, Coach, this game went down to the wire, as so many games have recently. We were saying that you've been down this road before, and was it like deja vu all over again?
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking of those other games, believe it or not, Mick. Maybe if it was a one-possession game, I would have been thinking about it. But this was a terrific win for us up here. I knew that it was going to be nip and tuck. I didn't think we had the capability of winning by a lot up here. We just wanted to be in the game, have it tight. And our guys stepped up and hit some huge shots and got some huge rebounds. And I thought if we could keep the rebounding somewhat close, because they're a terrific rebounding team, that we'd have a shot in this game.
Have you seen your team really kind of step up when it does get close? You've had so many close games now. And as it came down the stretch, it was a 1-2 point, maybe a 2-possession game. And yet tonight your shooting brought you through.
Yeah, they've been in it before. As I said, I wasn't thinking about it. Hopefully they weren't thinking about it. We always, it's a cliche, we talk about it's a new season. I said to our guys, and I said, I don't think there's 5 better teams in our league than us. They have some very good individuals, I know, but I really, and even if we lost today, I would have said the same thing, because I thought we played great the second half of this year. But the only way we're going to sell that to the public is to come up here and win, and I'm very proud of them.
Hey, let's talk offense. I think you had 5 players in double figures tonight.
Well, and as you know, I'm the offensive coach, so I did.
You can take credit for that.
No, they all stepped up and hit some big shots today, and we really executed. Coming into this game, I was confident our guys would come out with the same fire, but you never know. We've had some very tough losses along the road here, and you were just hoping how are we going to come out? I thought the first couple minutes of this game was going to be critical.
Free throws were crucial down the stretch. You made them. Now you move on, and you most likely will see American University in the semifinals on Sunday. So it's a rematch of that double overtime game you had on the weekend.
Well, I was trying to enjoy this, Mick. You know, before
it was and it was a great win tonight.
Me with who we're going to play. American's a terrific team, and we just had a barn burner, if I can use that phrase, with American, and hopefully we can be in a close game again, and then who knows, maybe it'll be a different outcome. I don't know. That's a terrific team we're playing.
Well, once again, they're telling me that American did win the ball game tonight, so I'm not putting a scare in you. I'm saying that you can play with that team. I saw that double overtime performance, and I think it's anybody's ball game, as you proved here tonight.
Well, we'll see. You know, that's why they play the games, right?
Absolutely. Fran O'Hanlon, thanks for taking time out for us. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mick.
Let's go back to John as he'll take us through the highlights of tonight's ball game.
Thank you, Mick. Thank you, Coach O'Hanlon, and thank you, Ryan Willen. What a terrific game tonight. I'm telling you, winning up here at the Hart Center is a special treat for Lafayette fans. They know how difficult it has been in the recent past. The highlights are ready to roll, so let's get to them right away. I'll tell you early on, Tony Johnson and Jared Mintz really set the tone for the Leopards. Here's Jared Mintz with a mid-range jump shot, and it really kind of, there's the pick and pop that Lafayette was talking about. Sometimes that's the better avenue to take when you're going up against a guy as big and as strong as Andrew Keister. Tony Johnson did it with the defense. Here he picks the pocket of Devin Brown, and there's a great finish. Lafayette set a tone early. They kind of took the Holy Cross crowd out of it, but I'll tell you, Andrew Keister was not to be denied on the inside. They did a terrific job inside. Andrew Beinert right here just playing volleyball on the backboard, and Keister finishes right there with the offensive rebound. Devin Brown was quiet for the most part, but right here it looked like Holy Cross was going to make a run and get back over the hump with a late surge. But really, it was a couple of key plays. Ryan Willen here with a three-point play that was a big turnaround, and Lafayette kept Holy Cross at arm's length. Down the stretch, though, it was a couple of three-pointers. This one by Rob Delaney. These were 6 huge points on 2 threes. One by Rob Delaney right there, and then watch Ryan Willen right here on a fade screen. This one very deep. That was a dagger that allowed Lafayette to hold off a late charge by Holy Cross and hold on to advance.
Shooting percentages almost identical. 3-point field goals, though. Lafayette with some big threes down the stretch with the edge in that department. Of course, 18 to 23 at the free throw line. A rebound advantage for the Crusaders, as we thought there might be, but they turned it over a few more times. And points off turnovers very critical tonight. Lafayette winning that one 21-10.
That's exactly right, Mick. And the big key was, we talked about it in the early going. If Lafayette shoots the ball well enough, they've got a chance to win. It was the shooting percentages, 7 for 21 from 3 and only 2 for 16 for Holy Cross. In the end, it was that perimeter game. And again, the great movement on the perimeter, the ability to use Jared Mintz on the inside and go through him. Lafayette did just what it had to do to come away with a hard-fought win.
So now Lafayette will advance, playing American on Sunday in the Patriot League semifinals. So for the second consecutive year, the Leopards have knocked Holy Cross out of the Patriot League tournament.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I heard Fran talk about let's just enjoy this one, because anybody knows going down to American and Washington is a tall order. That is a tall, talented team that awaits the Leopards. But you know what? Right now, this Lafayette team, as Fran alluded to, this Lafayette team is playing as well as anybody.
Once again, your final score, 77-70, as Lafayette comes into the Hart Center and they knock off the Holy Cross Crusaders. John, you said that shooting would be the key. It was tonight, as the Leopards had 10 players in double figures. Now for John Leone, I'm Mick Monaghan. Thanks for joining us this time around on the Lafayette Sports Network. Once again, your final. The Leopards advance to the Patriot League semifinals with a 77-70 win over Holy Cross. So long, everybody.